Hello and welcome to the Golden Cap Team Midweek message. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Heidi Merrett and I worship at St Michael's in Lyme Regis, and I am currently training for ministry at Sarum College in Salisbury. I was asked earlier this week why we don't say thank you in the Lord's Prayer. It floored me for a moment, but also resonated with something I had noticed when I share Zoom morning prayer with my Sarum College reflection group. When it comes to the intercessions, we will bring before God our concerns and troubles, both personal and global, petitions for the sick and suffering, and all those things that weigh heavily on us. What I noticed we were not doing is giving thanks very often. Saying thank you is one of the first words our parents teach us, and babies even express their thanks before they can vocalize it with their smiles. My dogs can't speak, but even they make their gratitude known with their bright eyes and wagging tails. Saying thank you lifts your mood. It is hard to say it without a smile, and we all know that a smile is infectious, even if, in these mask-wearing times, it is a smile reflected in our sparkling eyes. So with this in mind, I have made it my early morning task as I walk my dogs to list the things I should be giving thanks for, so I am able to include them during our shared prayer time. This is sometimes a task I really struggle with, but one of the joys of living in this beautiful corner of Dorset is that the wonder and beauty of God's creation helps to remind us of what we so clearly do have to give thanks to God for. We are approaching the anniversary of the first lockdown, and it has been a difficult time for us all, even if we may not have fully acknowledged it yet. Trying to find things to give thanks for may not be the easiest task under the current circumstances. Our prayers have naturally been focused on asking God's care, protection, wisdom and healing in these dark days. On Sunday, I joined the Zoom Mothering Sunday service. You can catch up with it on YouTube if you haven't already seen it. It was a joyful service. Mothering Sunday is, of course, a traditional service for giving thanks for our mothers and those who care for us. And the highlight of the service for me was the joy on the faces of all the Zoomers as we sang the worship songs together. Music is a great way of expressing our thanks to God, and singing together is one of the key things that I and many of you I have spoken to have really missed over the past year. From the earliest days, humans have expressed themselves through music, and Christianity follows in the ancient footsteps of the Hebrew tradition by including songs in our worship, many of which are about giving thanks and praising God. Of course, we have a record of some of these early Hebrew worship songs in our very own Bible, in the book of Psalms and the Song of Songs, or Song of Solomon if you prefer. The songs reflect the emotions of the Hebrews, and I enjoy browsing through them and taking note of the titles. For instance, God's appeal to stubborn Israel, a complaint about a friend's treachery, or the folly of trust in riches. I also like picking out the musical direction that is included in some of the Psalms. Revisit them if you've missed these in the past. For me, one of the joys and comforts of these songs is the reminder of our shared human experience as the children of God and our connection with those early worshippers. I'm going to end my message by reading Psalm 100 to help us reflect on what we have to be grateful for. On days like today, with the sun shining, the daffodils in full bloom, and the seeds of hope for the future as the vaccine programme picks up its pace, it is perhaps slightly easier to be thankful. But my message to you all is to take heart, and even on the most difficult days, try to find things to be grateful for, even if it is as simple as having the energy to open your eyes and start the day. And as we journey through our days, please say thank you to God with a smile on your face. Psalm 100. Make a joyful noise to the Lord in all the earth. Worship the Lord with gladness. Come into his presence with singing. Know that the Lord is God. It is he that made us, and we are his. We are his people and the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him. Bless his name. For the Lord is good. His steadfast love endures forever, and his faithfulness to all generations. Thank you for listening.